Please be advised there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed. Hello! Welcome back, my dear subscribers. And if you are new here, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. This is where I like to watch, react, and just give my 2 cents about a couple of properties related to sci-fi and fantasy. So in today's video, I am happy to share with you my reaction to episode 15 of the 7th season of Supernatural, titled Repo Man. Now, before I, of course, share that reaction with you, let me just give you somewhat of an idea as to what I've understood after binge watching episodes 13 and 14 beforehand in the same day, so that you know where my train of thought is as I'm now going to press play on episode 15. So in episode 13, without being too emotive about it, Dean ended up having an actual child with an Amazon monster. Sam killed that child because she was a monster. And we find out that it's possible that Bobby is following them around as a spirit. I've theorized it's likely through the flask that Dean is carrying around, because that's something that belongs to Bobby, and they made a big deal about it at the beginning of the episode, so the clues seem quite obvious that Bobby did indeed say no to the Reaper, so that likely means he's going to eventually become a vengeful spirit. That is my theory, but I think it's a pretty obvious theory, right? Considering the whole debate that he had with the Reaper in the first place. But they haven't touched on it in episode 14. Instead, what they've done is they just put in a filler episode about clowns and this guy's issue with the way his brother died or caused the death of his brother. Whatever. It was a filler episode. It was terrible. And there's nothing I learned from that to carry over to my reaction to episode 15. So that's all I can give you as an informal recap overall. Yeah. So without further ado, here is my reaction to episode 15. If anything, I'm glad that I can always count on their opening to be very entertaining. So that's a positive thing about this season so far.
Do I smell menopause? Well, if it isn't the Wiccan bitch of the West, Miss Havelock, I know you're the one that helped them find me. Not in time to save our big girl here, but still, you get a merit badge.
No more murders! You're going back to hell.
Oh, Nora, I'm gonna scoop you out like a pumpkin. You know that.
That actor's doing a good job playing a demon.
If things are about to get messy, maybe you should meet the owner of this fleshy temple. A puppy of a man. You'll like it.
Jeffrey? Jeffrey, is that you?
No. You have to stop him.
We will. We're going to, okay? We're gonna send that demon back to hell.
Okay.
Look, the demon knows where we can find one of his kind, okay?
See, we were hunted. All of them. He's not gonna give up his Rolodex easy. Jeffrey, we're gonna have to cut him down.
Frankly, he can get tedious with this whole good and evil thing.
You know you were right. Like Jeffrey. He's a decent guy. Fact. He just signed off on his temple. We already know that.
We want names.
Wow, the effect of that is so weird.
His name is Merrick! I swear!
Merrick.
You'll find him in New Orleans!
Of course you'll find him in New Orleans.
Omnis Satanica Protestas. Omnis Incursio Infinalis. All right. Take it easy. All right. You're good to make it from here, right? Jeffrey, no demon talk in the ER, you understand me? You were mugged.
Okay.
Not badly. Are they sure he'll survive? At least check if somebody... Oh, okay, never mind. What's the point? Okay, present day. So whatever happened 4 years ago at some point in time comes back.
Frank, what do you got for me?
It's nice.
Oh, he's back.
Avocado grime. Takes years to build up a patina like this.
So look at the victim profiles. Same age, same hair color, body type. The ritual mutilations line up exactly.
Who down there would have let our demon out of the can?
This one's ours, Dean. It's unfinished business, apparently.
All right.
Leviathans take a back seat for now.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Detective.
Sutton.
You know what, pardon me, what was it? Detective
Sutton.
Oh, no problemo. Detective Sutton.
Sutton.
Sutton, yes. Hi.
How did Lucifer know that? Oh, no, it's in Sam's mind.
Makes sense. I mean, we didn't catch the critter last time, did we?
And no suspects?
Same as before. Very thorough. Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded.
Right.
Sulfur.
Sulfur. Damn it. Better go check on Havelock.
I'm now trying to make guesses in my mind when Sam is going to tell Dean that Lucifer is more pronounced.
I have a friend at the sheriff's office. I know about all the new murders. I'm doing what I can to protect myself. I'm also translating some very old banishments. Have you found Jeffrey yet?
Who?
The man who the demon possessed. The one you almost beat to death. Some demons tend to be sentimental, don't they? Always go back to the same host if they can.
It's a start.
We're pretty sure the demon that possessed you is back.
What? What do you mean? You exorcised him, right?
3 more women have been murdered over the past 2 weeks.
No.
Same Vic profiles, same forensics, crime scene dusted with sulfur. We've got to assume it's him.
But we're here now, okay? So if he comes after you, we'll nail him, just like we did last time.
Marjorie Willis. She's the next one on the list.
A list? What list?
The demon used to recite it all the time, like a grocery list. He burned it in my head. The names of all the women he was going to kill.
He already had his victims chosen?
And put in a line. In an order.
Wow. It's an interesting reveal.
Jeffrey, look, I'm gonna go find Marjorie Willis and keep her on watch, okay?
Don't worry, I'm gonna stay here, just in case.
Come on, Sam. Talk to me. It's been months.
Is he making him see that? That's not really happening? Oh. I think at this point he may need to reopen that wound. And
Come on, Sam. Pay attention to me.
really
I'm bored.
experience the pain. As terrible as that it might be.
So we get you this far and then he'd shut your lights out, yeah?
For some reason, he's very secretive about this place. But after a while, he'd only really sort of cover my eyes when we walked in.
Okay, think you can get us back there? All right, stay over here. Okay? You just stay here, don't move.
Okay, well, finally, something's picking up here.
Hey, alright. I'm gonna get you out of here. Hey, I'm not gonna hurt you, okay? But you gotta stay still.
Oh. Okay, it's a different person. I thought it was him!
Surprised you hadn't picked up on that yet. It's right there in the coroner's report.
At least he's helpful.
In this latest round of killings, our big girls had traces of heavy tranquilizers in their blood. Yeah. But our demon's strong enough to make Fat Betty do whatever he wants to, right? So, why does he need the tranks? Think he's got a bad back?
Hmm.
This is Special Agent Smith. Please leave your name, number.
Is he implying that...
That's every cell phone Dean's got. One of them should have picked up, right? Big Brother's probably dead.
Shut up.
Is he implying that the guy is pretending to be a demon? If that's the case, I'm looking forward to knowing why is he doing that.
What is this? What is this? Why did Jeffrey have a demon summoning and your hammer?
Everything's happening the way he said, the way he planned it.
What plan?
It's my son. He has my son.
What were you thinking? I mean, why would you even help bring back
The guy
a
that
demon
was
in the
tied
first
up?
place?
Is that her
Not
son?
the demon.
Looks really
Jeffrey.
old. This guy, he looks old to be her son.
Jeffrey?
Good. You're up.
What?
Did you ever think that maybe I loved being possessed? Did you? I love the connection,
What?
the power. And I loved him. Love of my life, actually.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
You're the one with the thing for all those women. Aren't you, Jeffrey? You're a serial killer.
I was nothing before they found me. Shadow. Too scared to do what I was brought here to do. Too timid to live up to my true potential.
So Demon comes along, rides co-pilot in your skull, teaches you how to kill.
He's the one who saved me. And you sent him to hell.
I kept tabs on Jeffrey after the exorcism. I even sent him care packages in the hospital, but he never responded. And then not long ago, he came to me. He seemed healthy, put together, except he wanted to know if there was a way to summon the demon back. I told him to get some more help. The next day, he called me. He put my son on the phone. He had taken him from his dorm room. And then he said this. My baby's here. He cut it off because the ritual didn't work. He told me to find out what went wrong or else. So finally, I found a summoning spell that would work, for sure. When you came, I was supposed to send you to Jeffrey. He left a trail of bodies to make sure of it.
Blood of the exorcist?
Strongest summoning I've ever seen. Requires the blood of the exorcist who banished him. Your brother.
Tracking spell. Bavarian, Egyptian, I don't care. Dealer's choice. Use the flesh of the body to find the body. And Dean, do you want the ear or the kid? You're giving me the chills.
It kills you. But people keep getting hurt. And you just can't stop it.
You know what? Screw you.
Hey, I was there. I was depressed, Dean, because he was gone. I realized I was nothing without my demon. Then I decided I had to get him back.
What if that demon doesn't want to come back? That would actually be quite funny if the demon comes back and he's like, please get me out of this loser's body. What's his actor's name? Russell Sams.
It's a bit of a recipe, I must admit.
No. Oh, you sick son of a bitch.
Wow. Wow. Thank you that it's off camera, but it still doesn't make it any better that you've allowed me as a viewer to be attached to the dog for like multiple scenes.
Invoco de profundis inferni. Contingente. Humili servo tu. Salute!
It didn't choose his body! In your face!
What are you doing?
Thanking you, Jeffrey. We had a very special time together, didn't we, Jeffrey? It warms my heart to see you haven't forgotten what I taught you. You built on it.
I don't want to be your pupil. I want to be yours.
But I'm done with you. The work is finished.
No.
No.
You're forgetting who you're dealing with, Jeffrey?
So this is what you do. Find postal workers, make them go postal.
Talent scout. That's all. Looking for the next generation of superstars. Before they get to hell. Like Jeffrey here. I'll probably burn this meat off on my way to Vegas.
Nope. What's Dean gonna do? He's gonna do something.
You've got to be kidding me. You let go of my son.
Bye, Jeffrey.
Go to hell.
Omnis congregatio excepta demonica, ergo Draco maledicte, ecclesiam tuum, securativi facias.
Mom? I love those classic response lines. Well, it had potential. I thought it was going to go in a certain direction, but it didn't.
So, Jeffrey was just pretending to be the victim. Way back in that farmhouse during the exorcism, he was just acting.
Act like the norm. Act like they're not balls all crazy.
You going to sleep?
Damn straight. Screw consciousness, that's what I say.
That would make a good t-shirt too.
No, Sam. No nap for you, Sammy. Oh, come on, don't do that. Let's talk, Sam.
Stab your hand, Sam. Seriously.
Yeah, look at that. Something's definitely different now, isn't it? You let me in. So you think you can use your little tricks to banish me again? Like that? No. Got my finger wiggling around in your brain pan.
I think it's because his hand is probably healing, and it's through the feeling of physical pain that he's been able to withstand him.
Say it with me now.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Oh. Okay, so we're back to the breaking of Sam. Fudge. Fudgety fudge, fudge to fudge. Jesus. Okay, well. Scooting over. Whenever I do this, that means there's not much for me to go and look at. Really and truly. Scene-wise, I was debating between two scenes as I was watching, because I knew my first scene that I really enjoyed was, of course, seeing Mark Pellegrino. But too obvious, because for those of you that have been watching, you know how much I love Lucifer. And to be honest, Lucifer is the saving grace of this episode, because if he wasn't in it, overall, this is kind of a boring episode, actually. I mean, okay, boring, maybe that's not the right word. I'd say it's the pacing, because I think it had a lot of potential with the story. it's interesting to know of a character or of a person that actually wants the demon to possess them. I like that they went that route to kind of give you just a different perspective of turning things around, right? Where I'm so used to an innocent person being possessed by a demon, but in this case, this person wants it. And the demon is actually just extra fodder for them for what they already have inside intentionally. So that part of the story, I give it credit for what it's worth, but I would have preferred it to be just a bit more entertaining with maybe a different twist on things. I can't really think of one in particular right now, but what they've delivered so far kind of just missed the mark. And it certainly didn't help bringing a dog on the screen, having us kind of be like, oh, sweet little dog for like 2-3 scenes, and then boom, the dog is off screen, killed. Ugh. I think they should have not added that to the story. It's unnecessary shock value that actually is quite upsetting when it doesn't have to be, you know? Anyway, now as for the scene that stood out the most from this episode, I have to give it to that moment in the library where Sam was seeing visions of people banging their heads on the table. That was visually quite something to watch, as upsetting as it was, but it's memorable. It's like stamped in my mind. So that's the scene of this episode that is for sure unforgettable. Alright, so in terms of Ashemojis, it's not an episode I care to watch again. And it's not terrible, thankfully, to Mark Pellegrino. And therefore, it's a 2. It's a 2. So, understandably, I'm a bit disappointed that this wasn't an episode to kind of lift my spirits up. It's been one terrible episode after another, but to be fair, many of my club members have warned me that this is a season with more bad episodes than good episodes. So I'm just going to have to brave it out for the next round of binge watches and look out for those really good episodes and appreciate them at the moment that I'm reacting to them. And that's that. So, there you have it. That is my reaction to episode 15 of the 7th season of Supernatural. Share your comments down below of any trivia you know about this episode. And if you want to watch my full reaction to this episode, details on how to go about doing that is in the description box below, as well as details about ways you can support this channel if you're not interested in being a club member, but you do want to help me grow on YouTube. I would really appreciate it. Again, details are in the description box for you to check out. So for now, until my reaction to episode 16, I am tuning out. Peacing out. Goodbye. So much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.